Good morning, everybody. This is 3333 Lightworker bringing to you today a collective reading for the week of June 29th through July the 5th. Today I'm using the Oracle Enchanted Map cards, which is like one of I'd say the second or third set of cards that I used when I first started beginning tarot readings years ago. And it's one of my favorite ones, and it always just like this week. This week is an auspicious week for all of us, and it just had positive cards one right after the other. So I'm glad I chose this deck today. Um, Now, before I start the reading, you know that the 4th of July, right? It's coming. But as the world is, just a caution, as the world is going through all of these different energies back and forth, and y'all know what I'm talking about. So I just want you to be careful if you go out and celebrate in a public arena, a venue or anything like that. Just be careful. Be mindful of the people that you talk to or the friends that you hang around with. Okay, just be careful. But other than that, enjoy your 4th of July and all the food and festivities and everything like that. Now, we are going to have a full moon on July the 10th, but I'll be talking more about that next week. But I just wanted you to, mark your calendars. Full moon, and then also during this month, Mercury will be going in retrograde. Now, I know that all of us have been feeling some sort of slowdown or, tower moments or things, not going our way. And that's called the shadow side of Mercury. It's all preparing us for the slowdown. But in the middle, when Mercury goes retrograde, it's always worse when it begins, and there's a little, tower moment at the end when it finally, uh, you know, goes back, and we all start to begin to, things run smoother. So, but in the middle path, it's like you get a nice, relaxing calmness. So just prepare yourself for that. Now, our first card, let me pick this up for all of us, if you can see that properly. Okay, moon card. Get it out of my light from my windows. There's the moon card right there. Um, that represents our intuition. Okay, you are seeing beyond the logical. Okay, it's the smoke and mirrors that the world wants us to believe. There's a lot of lies going on throughout the news, people bragging and others people passing away. God bless their souls. But it's just, you have to have some discernment. Everybody wants to lie to get ahead. Everybody thinks that if they cheat, lie, and steal, they'll get ahead in life. But sooner or later, people are always found out. The truth always comes out sooner or later. So this is, it wants you to be aware of all the smoke and mirrors that people are showing you at this time. It could be family, it could be friends, coworkers, things like that. And in your community, in your town, just be aware of the stuff, and you know what's right for you. You know what's the right path for you. And if you don't, you're learning and you're asking questions to find that out. And good for you, because I've been there myself, and it's part of getting to your ultimate path is the journey. So learning and listening, reading books, meditating, all of those things is part of your journey. So God bless you on that. So it's time to truly trust your intuition and don't second guess yourself. Okay, if one thing I would say is one of the first things that I did when I first started uh, learning, not only tarot card readings, but meditation, uh, uh, taking classes, listening to those that I trust. Now, not everybody is trustworthy in this genre either, but that I'll leave that up to your own discernment. You know the kind of tarot readers you like. You know the kind that are saying the truth, and even when you don't like what they're saying, but you know intuitively that they're saying the truth. So just be aware of that. You just listen to yourself and don't second guess yourself either. Okay. Um, The second card is the wizard card. Let me get that out of the mirror here. There you go. Here, wizard card. Isn't that a cool card? I just love the illustrator who helped Colette Martin Reed with these tarot cards. She's a wonderful artist. Listen to what your soul is telling you. You've turned a corner, okay? Things are going to start looking up, and it's going to be so much better. So thank goodness for that, right? I know I am. I think we're all looking for better times and positive changes in the world. So your prayers are being answered. Now, a lot of people say, "Oh, I don't pray," or "I don't believe," and all that. But yes, you do. If you do positive affirmations, that's a sort of prayer. Okay. If you read positive thinking books, or you are interested in the esoteric, that's a form of learning and being spiritual because you're trying to understand yourself and the world around you. So, you personally are going to turn a corner for the better. And your prayers are being answered because the divine wants you not to fail, but to succeed, okay? So don't fret and don't stay in a state of fear, okay? You can't live your life continuously in a state of fear. You have to learn how to deal with your anxieties and work on those. It's a daily process, okay? You're going to see things clear now. And not going to let others influence your passion for life. You know what kind of career you want. You know what kind of life you want. You know what kind of person you're looking for. So don't let your friends or family deter you. Think for yourself. Now, the third card here is, there you go, cleaning house. That's a beautiful card too. Now, yes, it does mean it's time to, do a thorough cleaning on your house, but it's also mentally decluttering your mind. Okay, and sometimes that means meditating. That means taking a long ass nap. So you let your body, regenerate. So you wake up refreshed, in a clear mind. Okay, so during this week, a lot of things, in the first part of July, a lot of things are going to be coming at you all at once. And it could be overwhelming, but don't worry about it, okay? You are a smart cookie. I know my collective people that listen to my thing. You guys are smart. You're smart as a whip. You know who's saying the truth and who isn't, okay? So take your time. Write out your plans. And if you have bills to pay, write out the ones that you need to pay ASAP and get those done. Get them done. And so it alleviates your mind, alleviates your stress, and you are able to enjoy the coming holiday week. And also when you're cleaning the house, which I'm a cleaner, but it's like I listen to music that I grew up to, when I was in my 20s, and I use that. I'm like dancing around the house, dusting and cleaning and all that, and it makes it easier, makes it fun. And while I'm doing that, I always come up with ideas. You know why? Because your mind is distracted. You're busy cleaning and all that, so the thoughts and ideas come to you more easily. So do something for yourself this week. Really, I mean, we've all been so stressed out. Lately, I just got chills. Do something nice for yourself. Okay, I'm going to do something nice for myself. But we're all stressed out about world events and everything. A lot we can think upon, but there's a lot we can't do anything about it. We just have to be more prepared if things happen like that. I'm a positive thinker. I always think the best in everything. Sometimes I'm disappointed in people and world events, but I still, keep a positive mind. And I like to do that through my daily life. And even if somebody lies to my face, and I know I'm one of those people, I can just tell when somebody's lying to me. And they're facing me and they're lying to me, and I know that they're lying, and they know that they're lying to me, and yet they continue. It's just like, why people? So if you're honest from the get-go, if you're truthful, they can try to argue with you, but you're saying the truth. Nobody can argue with that. So if I was you, I would feel proud. You've taken your power back. You're focusing on gratitude, okay? And every day I am so grateful for another breath. Okay, I'm grateful for waking up. I'm grateful for those 3 cups of coffee I have every morning. Thank God for coffee, right? So our next card here is, let me get that in there in the camera for you. Okay, is Peaks of Joy. That's the happiness card. Look at that. I love that card. Peaks of Joy. That means good things are going to happen to you. And look, if we're counting days on the 1st of July, that's 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's 4th of July. So that's a good sign right there. You've worked hard, and synchronicities are starting to align for you, okay? And all for the betterment of your life. So you're ready for change. You might be looking for a new rental apartment, and you're looking around and asking, and all of a sudden you find one, you say, yes, that's it, that looks good, but now you have to drive out there and check it out and see, because pictures are deceiving, but you have to go out there and see if it's the neighborhood is, okay with you, if you're surrounded by not by a lot of businesses, but residential, and it's more easygoing. Those are it could be you might want to move to the ocean side, and you might want to maybe a lake, so make a list now, okay? So if you are looking to move, whether it's a career move too, because you might be getting an opportunity or even a benefactor coming into your life that wants to relocate you and work for their company. So all of these things, and it's like exhilarating because it's happening all at once, because usually, isn't that the way it is? It doesn't come on small amounts. It always hits you with a bunch of exhilarating changes. We need your answer now. Can you, we want you here at this time. Can you do that? And always make them pay for your relocation if they're asking you to relocate to another state or whatever. Ask them about relocation cost, because you're not going to pay for that all yourself, no, then if they don't, then say, no, I can't afford it, or whatever. So you can work something out. So be grateful because Spirit has blessed you with like at least 3 blessings this whole month. So, and share the gratitude with others, your friends, your families, the ones that you trust, the ones that you love. You know who they are, because sometimes our family is those families that make up our friends, or people that we meet along the way that we just have that connection, or people that have the same interest in mind, okay? So you want to, it doesn't mean that your family, or, but you just, choose your friends and your family wisely. The next card is the Magic Stream. Right there. Now, this card represents your consciousness is showing you that everything is connected once you understand the concept of divine timing. Once you you are always trying to, and I'm guilty of this myself, but you're always trying to control things the way you want them, and force them to happen, and it never happens that way. It never, what I've learned to do is I surrender to the divine. The divine is working with me, and I love all my guardian angels and angels, the archangels and everything, but I've learned that it's not in my time, but in divine time. So when this happens, better things happen for us, not to us. Now, our next card is Mountain. Now, the Mountain, excuse me, is life is ever changing, and it's the best attribute to have at this time is to learn to adapt, okay, and not let any obstacles stop you. So think before you react, plan, and you will overcome anything or person trying to stop you from reaching your goals. Excuse me for 1 second. I need to take a sip of my coffee. My throat is dry. Much better. Our next card is, let's see, what is my windows here, is making a choice. Okay, we all are dealt with choices in our lives, and it all depends on how you want to go about it. So it's right now, it's decision time. You want to move, and you know it's going to be stressful, and you know it's going to be pricey, but just think about how you'll feel once everything is done. Yes, the stress, it's, moving, or do you hire people, or do you get your friends to help you to move. And, once you get done and you shut the doors to everything and you start, you start looking around, and you got to unpack and clean and things like that. But it's okay. The hard part is always done. It's the packing and moving boxes and hoping nothing breaks and things like that. But all is well. The angels are surrounding you, protecting you, and they're telling you at this time that if you want to move, now's the time to start looking. Mercury's in retrograde. That means you have all this time when everything slows down, and it gives you the time to start looking for the most appropriate place and apartment building that is within your budget. Okay. Make sure that they have, if possible, the laundry in the unit. That the oven and stove and the refrigerator all work properly, things like that. So it's really a time to listen to your mind and heart and soul, and just choose wisely, and don't give your power away to people. If people are trying to get more money out of you than you're willing to take, just say, okay, I'll just think about it, leave, and then look for another apartment or even a home if you're in the market for homes. Although at this time, with the way the world is and the political scene is going, I don't know if this is a really good time to buy a home, because you just don't know right now how things are going to work out. Wait until things calm down, which could be towards the end of the year or even the beginning of next year. Okay, so at this time, buying a home, I'm not going to. I'm going to wait until next year. So, our last card here for this coming week, let me get this out of yeah, there you go, is protecting treasure. Now, we all like that. And then, I think that sometimes during this week, we're all going to get some money. And by that, I mean, if you play the lottery, or if you, have a check in the mail that you weren't expecting, maybe somebody owes you money and they decided to pay you back, and surprise, surprise, you get a check in the mail, things like that. So you just don't know where or when it's going to come, but we will all get some kind of blessing that week, and you're all going to say, thank you, thank you, thank you. So, guys, you know why? The divine protects you and me. Guardian angels, they want us to have blessings too, and they know the stress we've all been going through. And I want to share with you that you have, each and every one of us has at least 1 to 2 guardian angels surrounding us 24/7. So just know that. And if you have personal questions that you don't want to share with anybody, and I understand that perfectly, but just talk to your guardian angels, and do it when you're alone. Nobody else has to be in the room. Just talk to them when you're alone, and you could be cleaning, and you could just be talking to your angels while you clean. Ask them for insight. Ask them to show you the way. I do that every day. I say, angels, show me the way, show me the way, show me the way, because and they answer me. But I've been practicing metaphysics, and I'm clairvoyant, clairaudient, clairaudient, and I'm a medium, and I just see things before a lot of people. It happens to a lot of people. So just know this, that if you learn to talk to the angels, your life will be blessed, at least 20% more. I don't know if I could even live without my angels. I just love them so much. they've given me so much support, and they love me too. They give me little treats along the way, surprises. Like I said, I got a check in the mail the other day, and I had this thing. I was wondering if my this one bill was going to pass through my checking account, and it did. And I was like, thank you, thank you, thank you. So we all have those kind of things. So life is going to change for everyone from, I'd say, July to the end of the year. And you just have to stay in your integrity. And by that I mean just go with the flow. Don't be a yes man or a yes woman, but just go in the flow, okay? Adapt to changing your mind several times before you make a decision. And meditate. If you have a really dire decision you need to do, meditate, ask for assistance, and let signs and synchronicities along the way show you what is right for you, and the place to go to, the career to take, and the people you have to let go of. Those exes and those past people from your years ago that want to invade your personal space and all that constantly because they see you doing well. It's a cancel, clear, delete. It's a done and dusted relationship. And those people need to let you go, leave you alone so you can move on with your life, okay? So, all of these little tests of your patience, are people want to steer you off your path. Don't let them. You stay in control, okay? Take your power back, act stoic, okay? And let go of any fears because ultimately, nobody can stop you from your destiny. Okay, you just have to learn that what your destiny is and the path you're on, if you're on the right path or not. But you will survive. Okay, so if you like these messages, I would appreciate it so much if you would subscribe and like. It does help the channel grow, and I know you hear this on all of the videos, but I want you to know that it does help. And when you give and help somebody else, you are rewarded. The angels see what you do, and you are rewarded 10 times over. So just know that. So God bless, and until next time, this is 3333 Lightworker.